All right, we're gonna go for Magic Secrets, Marvel superheroes. Quite exciting. We'll get right into it. We'll start with the Lord's Prayer, then we'll go from there. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not to temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Okay, Wild Day. I want to give a tip of the cap to Stan Lee. Who obviously was pivotal to Marvel superheroes. I really, I strongly acknowledge both Gary Gygax and Richard Garfield at the beginning of the new Magic Secrets kind of novel that I wrote, and Richard responded to that, which was really a big deal to me. That'll be kind of an all-time thing for me. That he liked it, that he enjoyed the read. Stan Lee was one of the great creative forces that has ever existed, and it was really really great seeing how he navigated things. I remember the 1970s or 1980s. I remember sitting in front of my. I was born in the 70s, but so I remember being in the 80s and sitting in front of my grandfather's TV set in Waverly, Ohio, and watching Spider-Man on television. They had Spider-Man, and he had Iceman with him, and kind of I think a made up character who was a cool fire lady. But anyways, I remember that it had the Ramones doing the Spider-Man song. I thought that was great, and I think this stuff really matters. I'm not just saying this because it's nice and nostalgic for me, but I really try to stick to the things that really are going to make an impact. This is, this show is your kind of one-stop shop um, for uh, law of implication, kind of in action wherever we can, but also, really having a lot of fun and learning a lot and leveling up friendship. In big part, I think friendship is just going to be, it's at a premium these days. I think it's just going to be more and more. So, anyways, I really want to acknowledge Stan Lee. I mean, he put together Marvel Comics. He made that happen through all the ups and downs, and whatever went on. He had to get artists to do things. I'm sure shoestrung things together to a big extent to begin with, and that's I'm not taking anything away from DC Comics. So glad for DC Comics, grateful. Love Batman, love Superman, great characters, great mythology, the whole thing, love it. And I think they pushed each other, they helped each other, which is great. But anyways, today, now we have, and I have our first. I'll do our first share screen here. Um, Pull up the Bluey, and Smitty will be on shortly, so he'll see this. But we've got this great our brand. Oh, Smitty's just speak of the awesome dope person, and he appears. Make panelist. Let's see. Yes. Okay, great. So Smitty's on now, and Smitty can tell us why we have this new glorious token here, the Doombot, which was this is your first half of your Magic Secrets token reveal for the Marvel Comics set. We're gonna do the second half next week. Second half reveal. I promise you, you'll love it. But this is the first one, Smitty. Why did we go with Doombot? We get Smitty's.
Because it's so cool, and it's just it's a cool name for a token, and all I could think about was that silly song from the 90s by those 12-year-olds.
The Hanson, yeah. Mbop, yep. So this is the Doom Bop song. We got Mbop, Bop, da Bob, Doom Bop. We got Doctor Doom singing. That's great as he
Oh,
creates
you have
Doom
a
Bop.
backup career in music.
Oh yeah, I mean Doctor Doom very versatile, very versatile. Um, so no doubt that's going to be great with the upcoming movie. So we created these tokens for the Castle Doom card that is in this set and is awesome. And actually, I have a Castle Doom a deck for you, so it works great. So this is going to be these are some of our previous tokens right here. Very proud of them. This is our first token, which is our Earthbind token. Very 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 valuable token. Very useful. The other side of it was just more kind of branding, letting you know about Magic Secrets. Then we started with Yep, exactly. Then we started with our two-sided token, our prepared versus unprepared tokens during the Strixhaven set. And so that was really cool, and people just loved it as we saw. Lawrence, it was one of the things I think you really enjoyed watching people light up
Oh yeah,
with
literal sparkles
recognition.
in their eyes. Yeah, awesome to see.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. And so I think this time we've got some more great stuff for you. Um, we've got in this case on one side we've got Doombot. I'll give you a hint for the second side. It is going to be for Commander, right? So we have one side for Marvel Comics, and this is one way that you're going to see this show supporting Commander more. Again, tip of the cap to Adam. We're working on, and it just takes a lot of work, but it's valuable. Um, uh, into sharing our first Commander deck on the blog, which we'll share, and then when we maybe next week we're going to unveil the Commander token, but pretty soon we're going to unveil our first Commander deck, and we'll be sharing that more and more on the blog. We'll depict that nicely for everybody, and we already got kind of started on that. So this is the way in which the Magic Secret Show is going to start naturally branching out. Right, we just started with just strictly standard content. And then we branched a little bit into modern, got a little bit awareness of that, and we've talked a little bit about that, so that's been nice. Now we're really starting to support Commander and looking to do it in a kind of a nice, robust way, in various ways, right? Not just through hey, here's a secret deck, but also supporting in our culture and talking about it and putting out tokens and just making it part of it being normal around here to know about to get to know Commander, and that's just been so healthy for the game. We really want to support it here at Magic Secrets, and we have lots of secrets to share for you for Commander coming up, and then of course from there we can continue to branch out wonderfully into other games. I can tell you guys, you can circle it on your calendar. Right around a month from now, Grim Dawn is coming out with a new DLC, which I'm quite pumped about. I'm excited. I talked to David about it. We're both looking forward to playing it. I think I'm probably looking forward to playing it a little bit more than he has. David's built so many different Grim Dawn builds, but I will be opening up my Grim Dawn account when that happens and showing you some of my. Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of characters that David's built that are just obscene and really powerful, and that we kind of figured out over the mostly David, without Royal We in that case, mostly David's designs. But anyway, Grim Dawn, an all-time great game. So we'll continue to talk about other games and so forth. Falcons has another event coming up as well for Dota, so we'll talk about other games. Okay, so I wanted to talk. This show, I typically start with a monologue. In this case, I'm going to do uh, monologue plus at least one game. Although I'll say this ahead of time, if it's just Guy, I'm just going to either win on something quick. I mean, it would have to pretty much be synthesizer, or else I'm just going to scoop because I'm just going to sit around playing against just Guy. It's not because you can't beat them. You can if you get a repurposing bay down, it's probably about just as bad as a synthesizer for them. It's hard to deal with them for them, and you probably win that game. But it's just going to take a long time. People usually play those types of decks, just play slow turns, and this is a show. So hopefully I'll try to catch a creature match a beat if I have to concede a couple games. I don't really care. So I'll look to play one game with a new deck. I'll highlight that it's going to be a Doombot deck in honor of Smitty's new.
But
What, it's great. And Smitty, you've already played it. Shockingly smooth mana with that Mount Doom, right? To be able to cast the Bright Glass Gearhulk as well.
yeah, it's super fun. And the Gearhawk gives you a really cool toolbox. We talked a little bit about different subtleties of cards that you can fetch with it.
Yeah,
And
and we'll get into it because there's the great there's a couple guys that can kill artifacts or enchantment. I think there's a white one now. There's definitely a green one that's super valuable. Obviously, we've used a lot. The funk, I think, it's a fungus or something like that.
yeah, Insidious
Uh,
Focus, yeah.
Insidious fungus, yeah, and then I think that there is maybe something along the lines of a white version. I'll have to double check. We'll have to go through the cards, but I sort of intentionally left that part for the show today so we could discuss things a little bit as a team and look at it. And then this is part of how the show is. I'll tell you, I did release this before the Pro Tour, so here you go, guys. There you go. Someone can take a look at it if they want to develop it. They could win Pro Tour Championship. Wow. Holy cow! Stop the presses. We have Michael Freeman on the show. That is always a super exciting event whenever we have DJ Free on the event. And I know he's been playing a lot and testing a lot. So I'm going to veer a little bit off what I said. I promised to disclose the deck list that I talked about. But first, I want to make sure and see if DJ Free wants to talk to us, because if he does, he's always going to get first priority around here. Michael Freeman, if you do have your microphone and you want to cut it on, let us know. Otherwise, we'll keep rolling. Oh, is that you?
Hey, what's up, guys?
How's it going, brother? How you doing?
Good, man. Finally had some time to jump on. How's everybody
We
doing?
love it. We love it.
What
That's
up,
what I
dude?
said. I said stop the presses. If DJ Free's on the show, he's got the center court. So how's it going, man? I know you've been playing a bunch of fish in modern, which you know is my favorite deck for modern as well. That's why I ordered up the card. So I'm super excited to hear anything you want to talk about with that. Anything you want to talk about with the new set. Obviously, you've seen our new promos, and just man, what's going on with DJ Free? We'd love to hear from you.
So yeah, Merfolk was really cool. They got the new guy, the 3 mana 0/4 Lord.
Is it
What's his name?
Namor, right? Yeah,
Yeah, Namor. So he's
yeah.
pretty insane in my deck because I'm running 4 Flare Denials, and you can sack a guy, counter a
Wow.
spell for free, and then get 2/1/1 Merfolk.
211 Murphy. That is so innovative and dope. And we were already on. Obviously, it's essentially one of the only decks we've really tested here on
Mike, if
modern.
it's possible, can you pull that card up?
Yeah, Abscess Murphy. Let me do it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that little trick right there is it's something to be dealt with.
That's super dope. And by the way, when I went to the search in Bing, an EDH deck came up as well. So that's pretty cool. All right, so let me do this. I'm gonna go to the screen sharing, and this is great how you went. And this is kind of a format by format thing. We'll have
Freeman,
to
are
see
you?
how this is in standard.
Oh, sorry,
Go ahead, Smitty. What were you saying?
Freeman. How many Magus of the Moon blue version are you playing? 3, 4?
4.
Yeah.
That's like the best card in the deck. That
Best
that
card in the
card,
deck. I love
it
that
just
card.
wins when you slam it. As soon as you slam it, if they're playing 2, 3 colors, you just win.
Yeah,
That was one of the
it's
main reasons that I
one of
was
my
trying
favorite
with him.
features of the deck. And
Yeah, uh,
you have the Master Pearl
just
behind it.
real quickly, Smitty, before we drive out of San
Oh,
Francisco on
sorry.
that, because that's important. No, what you just said was important, so it bears discussing. Um, DJ Free, that's why I was so focused on trying to make Drunith work with Merfolk or whatever he's called, Jackal now, because it gives you a really good excuse to have all those mana accelerators, the Hierophants or mana birds or whatever, to give you the best chance to cast a turn two um, uh, Blood Moon guy, whatever he's
Yeah.
called. What's his name?
Harbinger of the Seas.
Harbingers of the Sea, blue one. So just kind of keep that in mind for your testing. So how's that Harbinger in the metagame? Like it hits, and the metagame is so diverse that they just have islands and they can't really do anything.
Yeah, so pretty much every time I take a lot of time off and then go back and play modern, nobody's ready for it, and they're playing like 2 basics in their deck, and it just hits and shuts the whole deck off.
Yeah, beautiful. Because there's just not that many decks that can run when all their basic lands are islands. Great, Smitty. Please continue. I just wanted to kind of talk about that, and I'll pull up the Harbinger as well. But first, I've got your first request up, Smitty. Namor is displayed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So this guy's in the brand new set, so I haven't gotten a chance to play with him yet. But obviously seems like something silly, especially with your flare trick there. Um, I didn't even I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, it hits force and negation works too. Either or, it's like it's just so powerful. Now I'm running like 6 Force of Wills. It's like I'm gonna play a guy on turn 1 or turn 2. So
Is the Flare of Denial displaying on the screen
it's
that I pulled up?
yeah,
Okay,
that
great.
card's
So
insane.
this is Flare Denial. This is great science. Again, this show it's about friendship, but it's also about science, right? And
Yep.
this is great science, Michael. And it's very generous of you to share this. It's brilliant, because there's never again, one of David Mills's kind of most foundational theories that we work off of in Magic that it's so effective is that you gain so much more value out of stopping to figure out new cards that are a wrinkle than these small optimizations. If you listen to kind of the pros in their articles and stuff like that, I find that they so often take kind of a more linear approach to things instead of trying to really zoom in on a card that's asymmetrical and really broken in that way. Obviously, I'm obsessed with Jackal recently, but Jackal and Drunith. But there's been lots of cards throughout my career. Squandered Resources, obviously, I've got a lot of value out of phonography and so forth. In this case, you slowed down and said, "Wait a second on this Namor thing, right?" Because it's never been done. There's never been a card like that.
Exactly. When I saw it, I was like, I don't know if it's playable. It's just at 04. And then I think he flies. Like
He
that guy has no
flies.
business
Can
flying.
you believe he has no business flying?
No business flying that thing. And it's
That's
just
great. How does he
crazy.
fly? I guess Namor does fly. And of course, Namor is one of the great characters. And by the way, I want to point out that our beloved Adam, who's on the podcast right now, was one of the first people to pounce on talking about Namor and bigging him up and saying, now for me, I didn't know how he's going to play out in this phase of standard right now. Just because there's not necessarily that many 2 and 3 dot blue spells that we can just easily deploy and get out like in synergy with it. But maybe I'm wrong. Like we'll see. But what you're doing is brilliant with these pitch spells, right? Where
Yeah.
you're able to like in this case with Flare of Denial, I pulled that up. That's right here. So in this case, you can sack like one of your merfolk creatures in that case to cast it, or like you point out, similar to Force of Will. What's what's it called? The other Force of Will?
Oh, the
Flare of
Force of
Denial.
Negation.
Force
Yeah.
of Negation. Force
Card
of
is so
Negation.
good.
So that's letting you kind of, and again, another one of David's ideas about the game, winning most games is do anything you can to get out ahead and then try to seal the deal. Instead of trying to play a game where you're getting ahead a little bit at a time, or your cards are a little bit better than your opponents, your synergy's a little bit better. We're trying to, like, where we can, one punch kill.
Yeah,
And your
exactly.
deck is filled with these kind of one punch kill kind of cards.
Yeah, I'm running 4 Aether Vials too, so it's like amazing. Turn 1 Aether Vial,
Aether
turn 2
Vial.
I'm playing 2
Huge.
creatures, and it's just like it's so fast. It's just like it gets out there, and then I have the
Yeah,
counters to
Dan
back it
Burdick
up.
brought up Aether Vial as well.
Yeah.
Because you're going to get right on top of people. How many lords and that type of thing are you running?
Oh, I'm running 8 lords.
Yeah.
Actually more 12.
Well, right. Yeah,
Yeah.
because you'll have the hex catchers, of course, which are beloved around here. We've won so much in standard with them. Now they're making that jump over, and then of course. So, and what we mean by lords, of course, for those of you that are new, is it just kind of any 2 casting cost merfolk.
Yeah.
And one of the things I can do next week, because we're having this great visit from Michael, we'll look to put up a corresponding blog post with this, and I'll circle around next week and talk about it, just so we can examine these cards. That's terrific science. So what's going to happen is you get that Namor down, and they go to kill it or do something else, kill you, whatever, right? Because it's modern, so they might be going in for the kill to
Yeah.
beat you, defeat you, or whatever. And boom, you cast Force of Negation, removing, let's say an extra Lord that's in your hand or an extra Merfolk that's in your hand. You counter that spell, and you're going to create 2/1/1 Merfolk
Yeah.
from the effect. So as we go, because I want to kind of underscore what this looks like. We're not depicting this in the game right now. I could maybe even look to play a bit of this on Timeless and Arena, just to capture the mechanic, what it looks like. It's kind of neat.
Yeah.
So you slam Namor for 3 mana, or if you have an Aether Vial at 3, boom, you pop him right down. And then whenever you cast a non creature spell with one or more blue mana symbols in the cost, create that many 1/1 blue merfolk creatures, which of course can both chump block and power up Namor. So he counters that spell, adds 2 counters. Now you're able to untap. The nightmare gets worse. even if they're swinging into you, you have 1/1s that can chump, and then you're flying over top, and then you might have closed down on the Harbinger.
Yeah,
And
usually when I'm attacking with this deck, they can't block. Like I'm turning their lands into islands, and
right.
like I'm gonna get in there with my island walk. So
Yeah, and I'm pulling up
Are you two
Harbinger suite
colors
right now.
or
what's up, Smitty?
are you two colors or are you mono blue?
No, just mono blue. I tried the 2-color thing. I actually splashed black or red for Flaminor and Lightning Bolt, and it just like didn't do enough.
Yeah,
It didn't
yeah,
change it enough. It's way more powerful and consistent as blue.
yeah. And
Okay.
I like it with the Aether
Um,
Vial.
no
Aether
SIG
Vial was the
or
first
anything
card that
like
Dan
that?
pointed out. Go
Yeah,
ahead, Smitty.
Do you play SIG?
play what?
SIG? SYGG? No?
Oh no, yeah, no, yeah,
Yeah, I don't know modern very well, so I'm just speculating on old friends.
Yeah, there's a lot of vicious merfolk that you can play.
yes,
There's a 1-drop that you can sack when they're that'll block them from putting something that they didn't cast into play.
yeah. I
Um,
also run sink into stupor, so I'm only running 19 lands. If you want to look that card up, it's pretty insane because then I can just run 15 lands, and then I run this 4 sink of the stupors, and that's a land itself that you can just pay life to get out, or you can use it.
wait. So this is a land. So,
Yeah,
so it's a two-sided card. One side
exactly.
of it is sink into super. The other side is a land called what's the land
Yeah, I
called?
got
So
you.
basically, it's a come into play tap land that produces blue mana, right?
Well, you can pay 3 life and it comes in untapped. It's
You
called
gotta be kidding me.
no, yeah, it's amazing. Soporific Springs.
Soporific Spring. Yeah, here we go. Soporific Spring.
So it's like an island that it's like a shock land, but it also I can counter spells with it too. So late game instead of drawing lands, I'm drawing spells, and it's just great.
What a super deck and what super tech. And I figured we'd come down the Merfolk pike. Dan, like I said, Dan suggested in the group the Aether Vials. You're really taking advantage of them. It's vicious
Yeah.
how you're coming at people, and then you've got all the island walk and stuff like that. Great job, great tech. And also DJ for you while we've got you on the show. Have you seen the new Marvel set, or are there any cards that have been standing out for you in early
Yeah.
press?
So I as you guys know, I have this weird love for the airbending deck, and no matter
Oh
how
yeah.
much I lose with it, I keep running it. I keep running it.
Yeah, but sometimes these curiosities really pay off.
No, it actually. So right now I'm like 1,547 on Mythic.
Nice,
Like I'm top
nice
1,500.
job,
So
DJ
I'm
Free.
pushing. But what I did was I'm playing the airbending deck with the Bruce Banner in it, and you can airbend Bruce Banner and play the Hulk side for 2 mana,
Heck.
which is insane. So we're
So
running into these
let's pull
Izzet
this up.
decks. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
we're running into these Izzet decks that are trying to board wipe you by discarding a card.
Mhm.
When you hit the Hulk, it grows. So like
Oh,
it's just something that's really, really, really hard to deal with. You have to have like
Ooh,
perfect
this is
spot
really
removal to get rid of it.
let's pull up Bruce Banner here.
Yeah, he's
Uh,
insane.
Okay, let's go to. I'm just gonna pull up Cybertron Shuffle. So this is the deck I was talking about earlier. Everybody, just so I don't accidentally never flash the deck after that whole introduction and so forth. Okay, let's pull up and we'll get to talking about this later in the show. But again, while we've got DJ Free on, and
Yeah,
make sure.
he's just blue. Yeah, there you
Okay.
go.
So Bruce Banner, I think it's the first card that I highlighted. I talked about it a couple times in the first 2 episodes leading into it, and that's before I realized the airbending trick that that Michael brought up here. So basically, if you use any of a number of things in your airbending deck to airbend your own creature, right?
Yeah,
In this case, Bruce Banner. So you might cast him. You might not even use him for card drawing at that time, but you're just really looking to hit him for the airbend cost, and
yeah,
then now you can put him out as an 8/8. And if they don't have something, they're dead soon.
Yeah, they're just dead. Like that card. And you know what the wild thing is? I didn't really realize it, but
He even has reach.
yeah. And then I'm running the
Imagine
reality fulcrums.
this poor flyer trying to fly at you. The
Yeah.
Hulk jumped up and just
Yeah,
destroys
he's
it.
insane. So you also have starting towns where you can cast him. You can use like
Yeah,
the interdimensional web watch thing to cast
yeah,
him. Like there's lots of ways to cast him, you know.
yeah.
So it's awesome. And it's just like another element of the deck that like makes it powerful, you know. It makes it like really strong. Um it's hard to deal with. It's extremely hard to deal with. You know, I'm playing that on turn one. Turn two, it's probably like a mana dork. Or if I'm just playing the enchantment, the white enchantment, the 2-drop, I can airbend him on turn two. Turn three, I got an 8/8 reach trample. You know, it's like
Yeah.
it's insanely hard to deal with. If you're playing some kind of like green deck or something that doesn't really interact with you and they're gonna let Bruce Banner live, it usually flips and gets kind of out of control.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's great tech. Smitty, did you have I assume comments on that?
Sorry, what's the question?
Oh, did you have any comments on or questions about Bruce
No,
Banner, the airbending deck?
it's a similar concept to what I was talking about with the Iron Man earlier,
Oh,
where
right, because Tokyo Gary had that great deck list that he pulled up. Are you guys gonna you'll probably pull that up for your face of the show, which is coming right up.
yeah,
So
you're
so
just kind of cheating at you're not playing the fair game, as Dan would say,
Yeah.
when you're cheating those guys into play, or you like this guy with the additional combat phase, the Iron Man becomes a double
yeah, let
striker.
me pull up Iron Man so people at least know the main mechanic that Smitty's highlighting here. And this is great science. I'm really enjoying this. I started this show by giving a tip of the cap to Stan Lee. I'm glad for my part of Magic today.
It's
Um,
actually called something else. It turns into Iron Man. I can't remember the name.
oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's the guy that turns into Iron Man. Okay, let me
One
just
sec.
search gold cards that are in this set.
think he's called Tony Stark or no?
Tony Stark. Yeah, that sounds right. Thank you, Grant. Thank you, Brent. Select everything. Here we go. Tony Stark. All right, Smitty, go ahead.
Yeah, that's it. So yeah, Tony Stark. So if when you have an Ashling, an Ironcrag, um, almost pretty much any solemn simulacrum, um, you can get this guy off on about turn four, um, attacking for 20.
Attacking for 20. Wow.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah,
attack for
that's
four
pretty
and 20.
sick.
So set up the combo. How does this work?
Okay, so let's say you play Ashling, um, and then
Okay, so turn two, you cast Ashland. Turn one, maybe I saw the deck has a lot of one cost removal, at least Torch the Tower. I don't remember what else I had for the one drop. But anyways, so you cast Ashling and Rekindle. Presumably he survives. Then on turn three, I
flip it,
assume you flip him, and then
play a
that
land,
gives you one red. You net one red mana, and then what do?
play a land.
Okay, and then what?
Oh,
So now
sorry.
you have four mana.
It gets off on turn four, not turn three.
Right.
Yeah. So, and then you'll play another land, presumably,
Okay.
and you'll have 6 mana. And once he flips, you'll
How
put
do
the
you
guy.
get to 6 mana? Maybe you cast like an Iron Crag on turn three, or
You don't,
Simulacrum.
I mean, you can do it with just Ashling.
You can get to 6 mana with four lands and one Ashland.
Turn four.
Turn four, you can.
Okay.
Okay,
Or you
great.
can do it Iron Crag into Simulacrum. So if you play Iron Crag turn two, you play Simulacrum turn three.
Right.
You get to 6, and then you have 4 gloves and two of the other guys.
What are the gloves called?
Let me see. I'm sorry. I'm doing a bad job here.
Yeah, no,
Uh,
it's okay. These are new cards. I went through the list when you sent it into the group, or when Tokyo Gary sent it in the group.
Yeah.
But let me pull this up. It's Genji Glove. Okay.
Genji Glove, yeah.
Equipped creature has double strike. Whenever equipped creature attacks, if it's the first combat phase of the turn, untap it. After this phase, there's an additional phase. So similar to Fear of Missing Out once his delirium hits. So
Yeah, and
so
similar
Genji
to the
Glove,
Hulk
you
that
cast it
Michael's
with fly.
featuring.
So how do you do all this? So for 6 mana, like when do you cast Tony Stark?
Iron Man can play Genji Glove for free, I think,
Okay.
once it flips.
Yeah, let's see, Tony. Let's look at Tony here. To begin combat in your turn, you may put an artifact card from your hand on the battlefield if it's an equipment attached to Invincible Iron Man. Okay, great. So then the Genji Glove would hit Iron Man, and then obviously he would. And he has haste. Great. So then, boom, there you go. That's 20.
Yeah.
Now we have
There's another card in the deck that does
so
similar.
in this case, you just straight up cast Iron Man for 6 mana. Period. You're not like tricking him into play. You just hard cast him for 6.
Correct.
Great. Just so I. Okay, so guys, look out because for 6 mana, Iron Man can definitely kill you. That's fascinating. 6 mana, and if they have the 1 card in their hand, boom, you're dead. Great to know. And of course, it could be 4 mana with the right airbending or aimless, whatever. I guess not really. Okay, great. Sorry.
And you have the Hammer of Thor too.
Oh yeah.
Which isn't as good, but almost as good.
Yeah, great. Deals 4 damage up to 1 creature when it enters, and doubles all damage a creature would deal. So very a lot. Great. So DJ Free, to get back to what you were saying, because it kind of goes hand in hand. You were talking about Bruce Banner and airbending.
Yeah. Really strong. I just think it's like really well positioned right now. Like the only decks I'm losing to online are like janky, weird decks. I lost to like a land destruction deck. I couldn't even believe it. I was like, what? I'm like, what in the world are we doing here? But
that's great.
Standard's really healthy right now. There's just like anything can win right now, which is cool.
1000% agree. There's like 18. When I went up to like 170 in Mythic, I played 10 or 12 different decks on the way there.
Yeah.
And you're up to 170?
Yeah, I was at 176 at one point. Yeah.
When was this?
Very early on in the month, like I'd say maybe
month.
the 8th or 9th or so.
Oh, good job.
Yeah, that's where I topped out at. And then I kept playing a million different decks and
yeah. You can't maintain that level and be playtesting. It's just no way to do it. But you, I mean, I can't believe how high you got because you must have been just testing so many hot decks. That's why I'm so proud of what we've put together with the website and with the blog. We have all these innovative people in our group. Of course, us and with DJ Freeze on today, Tokyo Gary. Such a bright guy, always on the lookout. We are always getting web links from Tokyo Gary, analysis from Mike Finney. So it's just a great group we have here, and so much, so valuable. It makes us all appreciate Bryn 10 times more that he's put so much into making it possible. The dozens of posts that are already up there now. I really appreciate you, Brent, for that. It's awesome. And of course, all the people that, for sure. And all the people that support him. Great. DJ Free, anything else? You have the floor unlimited. Anything you have to say?
Nope, all good, man. The limited is really fun. I mean, it's just amazing. It's like a blast.
They did a great job. I mean, once again, what we've been saying about organized play, about potentially corrupt and even overtly corrupt stuff that they're doing with organized play. But the card game, it's in a beautiful place.
Yeah, it really is.
Beautiful. Love it. Thank you, DJ Free, for coming on. You're a businessman, by the way. People should know. It's not just, you're not just a great Magic player, but you're a businessman. You put together a great business yourself. You know good business, and you're appreciative of their product.
Oh, yeah. Hustling, man. I was going to send you guys a video of me spraying the wall yesterday. It's like one of those things where I own a business, and I don't really have to work, but I really love being a master of what I have a business doing,
Love
so I definitely try to paint as much as I can. And it's been really fun, man. It's cool. I've been able to put out a really good product. So
Good for you. Good for you. You should be proud.
thanks, brother.
More and more we try to get out there and share the good word and try to help find good products and help market good products. Okay, great. So we had great tech beer from DJ Free. What I'm going to do is turn over a healthy portion of the rest of the show to Smitty and Bryn to comment on what's coming up for the blog and what obviously our blog stuff is, we'll be posting once we have findings, but we're finding findings now. I'm just going to take a few seconds before I hand things over to them, just in case, I take back over from them and just kind of wrap the show out of nowhere. Brightcast, their Gearhulk, it's one of the things I realized right away with Castle Doom. Castle Doom, a very surprising card to me. I can't believe that there's no damage involved in the tapping for mana. Really nice. It's got a great ability that you can make our Doombot tokens. We actually have new Doombot tokens that will be coming out and sharing with you guys. Obviously, we shared the image at the top of the show. Dan Smitty and I did a lot of testing on synthesizer. Bryn certainly got in the action. Some of the other guys got in on the action. We tested a lot of synthesizer early days. There's a real weak spot that happens at the forecasting cost spot where you've cast a synthesizer, and yeah, it's great that if you cast say another synthesizer or whatever, that like you really want kind of a 2-for-1 usually there. You want something that affects the game in the game board. Otherwise, you're really starting to get behind because you took that turn with a synthesizer. If you only put one guy in play, it can be a lot harder. Whereas if you cast a Gearhulk, it's really great. I mean, your opponent is now in trouble. Like they need to deal with it on the double, and you've refueled your hand. I've got a small tool suite here. We're going to expand it and understand it more, but it's so far been very, very sufficient to mostly maul people. This current version mostly mauls creature decks pretty bad. I added this last card. I love it. We're going to get more into understanding it. Storm Windrider. Very, very likely that we're going to spread her around other various decks. She's stunning. Just really can turn any air combat game around. I have a crazy Momo Angel game that looked like I was just completely obliterated, and I just cast her, and they just looked at her and died as my guys then swung over for the win. But there's other decks that she can go into. I really like having one in the deck. Probably have two, maybe even two more in the sideboard. She's so powerful. Okay, Smitty, I'm going to largely hand things over your way. Bryn, do you want to pull up your editor in case Smitty wants to look at decks or discuss things, and he may also be discussing things. Great. So let's do that change. So this is the kind of part of our show. We have so many talented people on the show, and the last thing I ever want to have happen is for somebody who's part of our group and who's come on the webinar not to be able to share the riches that we're sharing. Bryn's the editor of our incredible blog. We're so proud of it and so proud of him. And Smitty, of course, is sort of our main anchor, main science and main fun and main everything anchor to Magic Secrets. We really appreciate him. And so we are going to go to the segment of our show where Smitty and Bryn are kind of largely in command, but they also talk to, Lawrence and Adam and Jeremy if he's on, of course, Michael and so on, anybody who else wants to share. But that's the time of the show when I try to especially not drown anybody out by being not on the show, but I'm still watching. All right. So Bryn, let me know when you got it.
Yep, I got it.
Did you get the
Yes.
presenter thing?
Yeah. Smitty, do you want me to log into
How long I'll be able to stay today? But
yeah, you can run things, and then if you have to cut out, just have Bryn play a game, and then we'll probably fairly wrap things up. Today we'll probably wrap up pretty close to 3 p.m. Eastern.
okay. So yeah, I'm good till then. I can't be
yeah,
here.
yeah. Let's wrap it around then anyway. So I'm mostly giving you guys the floor to then, and I'm gonna come on at the very end and say, hey guys, this is a great show. Thank you, Michael, to DJ Free.
Hey.
And by the way, we call him DJ because he's an awesome DJ. So we don't just call him DJ for no reason. He actually is a great DJ. We have a great group here. Okay, Smitty and Brendan take command. I will take off my mic and become a viewer just like you guys.
Sweet. So we've got a bunch of goofy decks running around right now.
Yeah.
If you could pull up Baby Shark. As anyone who's ever talked to me about Magic recently in the last year or two knows, I kind of love to reanimate big monsters.
Yeah.
So if you look at this deck, it's what I've been messing around with. It's super cool. You can get like a Valgavoth into play as early as turn 3. The main difference between this version and like the Sultai versions with Superior Spider-Man is Cauldron of Essence in the 3 slot there.
Let me check. There we go.
Yeah. Okay, so this gives us our little loop that we like to get going on. And Bloom Tender, Soulstone, Llanowar Elves enable that to happen a little faster. Especially the Bloom Tender, if it survives, you generally are gonna beat a lot of decks, even Control. They'll have Inevitable to Defeat and some ways to deal with it usually, but not too many. Sorry, with the Cauldron, and then with Does Machines. If you discard your Cauldron, if it gets destroyed, you can bring it back super cheap.
Right, because you can bring back artifacts. Nice, that's nice. That's nice.
Every once in a while, you'll use the last ability on Does Machines, which gets really crazy with Krang is my also, as it becomes indestructible and has haste and all that fun stuff. But Krang in general is just oftentimes a game ender. Then we've got kind of the suite of cool cards that give people a hard time. Starting at the top with Mildrotha. It is a card machine. Wow. It's really silly good if it hits play. Sometimes it just has to hit, not even really survive, because you can get so much value out of it that first time around. Then you go down to Curious Colossus, which really makes green regret their decisions. It basically just turns all their guys into dubers. And with the cycle of the Cauldron of Essence, you can loop it with almost anything, as the effect stays after he dies. So they're still just 1/1 dubers, even if he dies. So if they cast...
So it's like until the end of the game, they're just like all the creatures that were in play, just 1/1s?
Yep. Now he has to come into play and affect them. So, but once he affects them, they are 1/1s. And then you can sack him to the Essence, which also has a cute little feature called Drain You. It drains your opponent. Oftentimes it is the way that you end up finishing them off if they start to take, become a little more threatening. And then you have another cute guy who's joined the team recently, the Abyssal Harvester. So he plays nice with your mill cards. He plays nice with Dinah. He's just generally kind of like your 5th Cauldron. Not quite as effective, but
pretty token. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, so you'll make a Valgavoth token or you'll make an Arden token, and they're a little easier to deal with. So that's not your main line. And then the Shark himself, just does nasty stuff. I actually got to hard cast him for the first time with Flash the other day.
Yeah.
That was really exciting for me.
Long-awaited moment.
This is a deck that I really... Oh, also another thing you do a lot of is Dinah's Guidance for Valgavoth's Faithful.
Search your library for a creature card, reveal it, put it in your hand. Oh, put it in your hand or graveyard. Wow. Okay, yeah. So
end of turn, you sling something in your bin, whatever seems most appropriate at the time.
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry, you may already have something in your bin, and then at the end of turn you can grab Faithful as another way to, or you could, in theory, you can grab seed ship too. So all these guys kind of just play a lot of different roles, and um, it is a bit of a grind. It can go multiple ways. It can go very, very fast. Um,
Yeah.
Opponents give up a lot to, turn 3 activation.
Yeah.
Cauldron of Essence or Valgavost Faithful or Cure is something I'm trying out right now. Thoughtstalker Warlock. Both those guys seem pretty good.
Cure. Oh yeah, that makes the 8/8 token. Yeah.
Yeah. Crucially, it's just the token comes into play for sure. And then the Warlock's really neat because you can. It's kind of like a little bit, maybe a little bit better than Deceit in this deck. I'm not sure. I think it is.
Okay.
Yeah, you're always dinking with your little guys too. Every chance you get. Oblivious Bookworm, of course, does his thing. Awaken the Honored Dead gives you a chance against a lot of things, and then Reclamation Sage and Awaken both enable you to fight through Rest in Peace, Soul Guide Lantern, Ghost Vacuum.
The Rest in Peace is a big one against this type of deck.
Yeah, I'd much rather not see a Kutzel's Flanker than a Rest in Peace with this deck.
Fair enough.
Because we just have role players, so we're not putting a whole bunch of guys in to bring her and Terror.
Sure.
Terror the Peaks back. So anyways, this is my baby right now. I love it.
Can I ask you, have you probably considered, right, like the Myojin?
Well, so the Myojin you have to cast from your hand. I've had him in and out of this build because you literally can cast anything with this deck. I've cast every spell, hard cast. But the Myojin is a little.
Oh, because you don't have Superior Spider-Man?
Yeah, it's a little clunky. I've had him in there too. I don't have him in there right now.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's right or not. You can look at the sideboard, which is basically a list of maybe cards. With some actual. Like Absolute Virtue can come in and just is really hard on green decks especially. I haven't really. Masker Worm can be amazing. Meringue is a solid.
Meringue is fun too, like drawing cards and bouncing stuff.
Have been on the team and done well. Actually, I have an updated list. I think the Masker Worm's a little better in this deck than the Harvester of Misery. But if it was an actual sideboard, we would definitely have some form of quick removal. Either Requiting Hex,
right.
Harvester of Misery, Bitter Triumph. We'll never, ever, 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 ever play Shoot the Sheriff because it's a terrible card. Despite people playing it constantly, it's such garbage compared to 8 different
alternatives. Yeah. Okay.
Bahamut has also been in the deck.
This one's fun.
Yeah, Threefold Thunderhulk. I mean, right now I slightly prefer the Shark and the Colossus, but there's times when Bahamut's going to be better. Sire of Seven Deaths has never made his debut yet, but he's still waiting on the sidelines trying to figure out if maybe there's a way he should get in there. Formidable Speaker, Terror of the Peaks, Superior Spider-Man, Myojin are all things that we consider off and on. And I change the deck all the time because I just love playing it. So, anyways.
Isn't there also like a big, the Bahamut reminds me of that. Mike had a deck last year somewhere where he had like Bahamut and also some guy that created like 3 2/2 tokens every turn or something for like a couple of turns.
Yeah, the Knight of the Round Table, I think, is the one you're thinking of.
Okay, could be, yeah.
Yeah. We also look at often threefold Thunderhulk or whatever his name is. There it is.
This one. Yeah,
I mean, that definitely could be a player on the team. If you look up Thunderhulk, I think it's what it's called.
Thunderhawk.
Yeah.
Threefold Thunderhawk.
This guy's another guy that could be on the team, especially with the function of does the machines.
So this gets out of hand real quick.
Yeah, and it gives you, infinite guys to sack to
Yeah.
the cauldron.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
Nice.
I guess that's all I have to say about that.
Like it.
Yeah, the majority of my games played these days, I've been focusing on the blue-green, this deck, and please cast stock up.
Yeah, I mean, you've been having turn 3 and 4 wins all over the place with this one, right?
Yeah, it's really cool. You can pull it up. We can look at it. We've played it on stream before.
Yeah.
The enablers for the deck are the Spider Manifestation, the Breakouts, and the Archdruid Charm. It gives you a more diverse way to find your threats and then to make them more safely utilized by having a natural tramplers in Sirach, Frenzied Baloth, and Leatherhead, who's actually quite often the star of the show.
Yeah.
Hexproof and Trample, the Harmonizer just suits them up and sends them over. And most of the time, that's just the end of the game. But what you're looking for on your draw with this deck is Spider Manifestation, Might Form Harmonizer, Full Bore, and it's just that's that's turn 3. That's all you need for a turn 3 win.
Then a full bore. This one.
Yeah, it can come in other fashions too with the Cub and the Elf. You can get there relatively easily, and with the Breakout, most of the time you're grabbing a Spider Manifestation or a Cub.
Yeah.
But sometimes you're grabbing Leatherhead, a Bororoid, Harmonizer itself, and of course, because I'm the only dummy out there playing this deck, probably. You don't really want to show them the Harmonizer until it's time to show them the Harmonizer because they're like, "What is this guy doing? I don't understand." And then they die.
Yeah. Yeah, you showed me a game where you were like, I think he just did 10 damage to you, and he was like, I'm good. And I think he was at like 18 life, and you were like, nah, you're not good.
Yeah, it's with the Archdruid Charm especially, it just can come out of the blue because you can also grab your Fabled Passage, Escape Tunnel, Promising Vein, or whatever. If you ever want to try and play this deck,
land card, right?
Yeah.
Put it on the battlefield tapped if it's a land card. Okay.
Yeah. So end of turn, sometimes you'll end up grabbing
oh, that's funny.
Your Fabled Passage or whatnot.
Yeah.
And then you'll have that at the ready. The key is to remember to sequence things correctly, and to try and leave the mountains in your deck as long as possible. And we have enough red sources. Because oftentimes with your sack land, you want to get your mountain.
Right. Okay. Oh, for then your because you have a bunch of green by default, or
yeah, your Full Bore or your Wild Ride, or even Impolite Entrance. You want to have that red for that.
Yeah, I get that. Nice. That's great advice.
And it's dialed in pretty well as far as the lands. There might be a way to make it better. But 6 and 2 seems right. 4 Stomps, 3 Verge seems about right. It could be fiddled with. The Promising Vein is I'm not married to, but I like it better than the 4th Escape Tunnel, I guess. So yeah. So those are the decks I've been playing. And one of the interesting things I'm seeing is a lot more, as you had shown me on that Goldfish, a lot more of the Jeskai lessons showing up.
Right. I think it was like one of the top 5, maybe number 3 deck or number 4 or something like this, right?
Yeah, it doesn't seem. I personally fear it less than regular lessons because it's slower. And so the decks that I'm playing are mostly
Too fast.
this deck is mostly goldfishing. I like you're just doing your thing,
Mm-hmm.
and they usually can't stop it. Sometimes they can. With
Yeah.
control. And the same with the reanimator. It's redundant. And like a lot of these cards in this deck are redundant. Like we don't really look at Badger Mole Cub as like the rock star in this deck that he is in other decks.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you just play Arboroid and Wild Ride it, and your other two dudes get huge too, and that just wins.
Nice.
It's not singularly focused on the Harmonizer, although
Yeah.
that really is your ticket to the turn 3, turn 4 win.
Yeah. So that would be kind of like a mainline.
Yeah. The Spider Manifestation is ridiculous. It's just really, 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 really good.
Yeah, because it untaps also, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
And if
we
you
only
cast-
have
yeah.
we only have 7 things that it untaps under, but that's 7 very good things to have it untap under.
Yeah. Yeah.
Incredible show today, guys.
Yeah.
Awesome. Absolutely awesome. Lawrence,
Thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate it.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
I just posted it in the group. I posted it to Fire, Water, Burn. The roof is on fire. We had DJ Friedman come out here and set it on fire for us. I just want to make sure that that Lawrence gets the last word, and then we're basically done. But it was obviously, just this is why we do it. Friends and science and dopeness. Final word from you, Lawrence.
Great to see DJ Free back on the show. Yeah, always good to see you, man.
Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, dude, Smitty, I love the variety, like the fact that you made it
Can
to
you
160,
believe it?
170 while trying all these different decks and doing all
Ridiculous.
you do is
I
crazy.
can't do it with one deck.
Yeah.
That's a statement to the beauty of Standard right now. You can win, like Freeman said, you can win with anything.
Beautiful.
Yeah. But it's good to have a twist, and we're bringing in fresh new stuff, so it's really, really cool. Awesome, Lawrence, and Lawrence continues to work on the Law of Implication YouTube channel every single time I see a new video up in there. I also know that it comes with so much planning. That's at youtube.com/Law of Implication, which is, I mean, this here, what we've created here, and I look around, it's just gotten so grandiose. It just gets better and better all the time. But it's just a perfect playground for us to share law of implication lessons and then just hang out with friends. I've really been just thinking about the relationship between friendship and fun, and so often people have friends they're not having fun with, and that's not a good idea. It's a way better idea to have fun. And I really am not being trite when I say that. There's times in your life when you may or may not be able to fit fun in, but with friendships, you should really go for fun, and it really adds up. It racks up big time these days, and just good for your spirit. Thinking about just the nature of your spirit and how things feel more and more. It's just going to be more and more of a guide because you're doing such a great job. If you're a part of this show, you're doing such a good job of creating and being engaged and meeting people. So engaging that friendship, it's just going to take things to a whole nother level. Having a lot of fun, and boy, Smitty sounds great. I love having DJ Free on the show. Bryn crushed it once again. You can really see why he's the editor of our blog. He's done such a great job. And then, of course, Lawrence ran things out. And of course, we also had our Adam was on the show, and we had a great contribution from Tokyo Gary. So full house today. Really appreciate everybody. Looking forward to next week. I'm actually going to try to get some backwork from Michael's decks here and cover them a little bit better and go over the top of them because I think it's such great concepts he's sharing and it's brilliant and I'm proud of it. All right, guys, great job. We'll see you next week. And of course, throughout the week. We do it all week.
Bye.
Great job, Smitty. Doombot.
Yeah.
Doombot.